Listen, ThriveCart just released a brand new LMS, ThriveAcademy, that takes online courses and communities from passive consumption to active social learning. And in this video, I'm going to give you all the differences between Learn and ThriveAcademy. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am Ebony Evaughn, your go-to business operations strategist, here to help you grow your business with people and processes. Today, we're talking about another one of my favorite topics, which is going to be online course creation. We are going to be doing a comparison between ThriveCart Learn, Learn Plus, and the new ThriveAcademy. So if you did not know, ThriveCart just released a brand new community-first LMS called ThriveAcademy. And I know you probably have a lot of questions, especially if you're already an existing ThriveCart customer, you're using Learn, you're using Learn Plus. You are probably wondering what's the difference, if it's worth doing the migration to the new platform, and what it's all about, right? So we're going to get into that in today's video. But first, just in case you clicked on this video and you're not familiar with ThriveCart and you don't really know what Thrive Academy is, basically, ThriveCart has pretty much been the undisputed champion when it comes to online checkouts and cart software to optimize your conversions and your sales. But even if you use ThriveCart for your checkouts, their course platform has always kind of been a secondary thing for course delivery, right? If you only had basic courses, simple deliveries for a digital product or a template or something, then it was easy for you to deliver that through ThriveCart. But if you had more comprehensive courses, if you wanted to have a community or something like that, typically you would do your checkout on ThriveCart, and then you probably integrate it with another tool like Kajabi, Teachable, Thinkific, Circle if you have a community, Mighty Networks, so that you can actually host your community or more in-depth courses, right? And so now with ThriveAcademy, they are really changing the game, because with this new LMS system, it is a community first LMS. So you can have multiple communities in there. You can host your courses. There's more enhanced features that can really help you to maximize not only your sales, your conversions as the business owner, but it optimizes your customers' experience. So before we get into all the bells and whistles and the new things that are available in ThriveAcademy, let me talk about what currently exists within Learn right now, so that you understand what the core differences are, right? So let's just go back and look at the legacy system, and let's talk about the good first, and then we'll get into the limitations and how ThriveAcademy helps to solve that. So first things first, let's talk about the good when it comes to Learn. Learn was good, like I said, if you only had basic simple courses with maybe 3 or 4 lessons, if it wasn't module heavy, lesson heavy, if you didn't have a lot of attachments and resources that you had to share, if you just needed simple course delivery, Learn was great for that. And not only was it great for simple course delivery, but it was very cost effective. They used to have the lifetime deal where you paid on most occasions $195 for a lifetime subscription, and then you have access to Learn and you have it for the lifetime of the product, right? In addition to that, with the Learn platform, you also have the capability to host unlimited courses as well as unlimited students, which with some of the other platforms, you know that they do have the tiered pricing system. So you may have to pay more depending on the number of courses that you have or the number of students that you have enrolled. And with Learn, you had unlimited courses as well as unlimited students. And then last but not least, probably the biggest pro when it came to Learn was because it was a ThriveCart product, it integrated directly with the checkout platform, right? So you could have your sales page and then instantly integrate that to deliver a specific product whenever someone purchase a particular course or digital product with you. So those were the good things about Learn and Learn Plus. The great thing about that is everything that currently exists within Learn and Learn Plus is also available to you in ThriveAcademy as well, with some additional added benefits and perks. And we're going to get into those in a minute. Now that we talked about the good when it came to Learn and Learn Plus, I want to get into the limitations and what kind of prevented me from originally going to Learn Plus. I do have Learn Plus, but I hadn't really used it because the number one limitation, there was a big hesitation for me as well as a lot of my clients, is there was no video hosting. So with Learn and Learn Plus, if you wanted to add your courses, you would have to host your videos somewhere else. You could upload like a PDF or attachments and things like that. But when it came to the actual video itself, you would have to upload it to like Amazon Web Service. You would have to upload it to like Vimeo or YouTube, and then you would just post the link inside of Learn in order for the video to be visible to your students. And that is one of the biggest announcements I'm excited about when it comes to ThriveAcademy, which we're going to get into, okay? But one of the biggest limitations with Learn is the lack of video hosting. You have to host your videos somewhere else. In addition to the lack of video hosting, another limitation when it came to Learn Plus was the fact that you had very limited like customization and bells and whistles in general. So you didn't have the ability to add like complex quizzes or gamification in a way that would really enhance your customers' experience. And not only that, you also had limitations as far as like the design of your community and how you can customize and brand it. And the last limitation was the lack of a community. I have lots of clients who have online communities that are like companions to their course curriculum. So typically in most of those cases, they would either build a community on Kajabi, or they would have a Skool community, or they would use a platform like Circle or Mighty Networks. And even when it comes to like Kajabi, there's a limitation where you can only technically have one community on Kajabi. So then you would still have to go to a different platform anyways, right? And so those are the main limitations that I see when it came to Learn. But baby, let's get into ThriveAcademy and what it has to offer compared to Learn. And not only compared to Learn, but compared to all of the other community platforms and course hosting platforms that are out there. So you can really compare ThriveAcademy to a Circle, to a Mighty Networks when it comes to community hosting. You could compare it to Kajabi or Teachable when it comes to the course hosting platform. And the thing that I love most with the new ThriveAcademy is it really is a community first LMS. So LMS is a learning management system. It's pretty much like a enterprise education system, right? So you can host courses on there, you can have communities, you can have multiple communities, which is something that I'm most excited about, because let's say you have 3 different coaching programs and they're like a basic, intermediate, and then advanced. You can have a global community that hosts all of your students across all of the different programs, but then you could also have individual communities for each one of the groups that you have. And that's something that I love that you don't see on a lot of other course hosting platforms. Like with Kajabi, you can only have one community technically, but you can have like space groups so you could give people different access to stuff, but you can only have one community. So and now, well, prior to ThriveCart, if you wanted to have multiple communities, then you would have to use a platform like a Circle or like a Mighty Networks. And so with ThriveAcademy, it brings online course hosting and it merges it with online communities so that you can have multiple communities all within one space. And one of the things that I love about their communities is if you have students that are in multiple different programs of yours, they're in multiple different communities, multiple different courses, the user only gets one single log on for all of the programs that they're a part of. So they have one login and they get to access all of their curriculum, not only for the programs and communities that you have, even if they're a part of another community for like another entrepreneur, they will see all of that in one dashboard. And I think that is amazing. Like for me being an operations manager, I'm always thinking about like what is going to be the best experience for the customer, right? And so if you have to remember all these different logins, if you log into this program or this community or this course, that is a lot for the customer to have to do. So if you can simplify that by having a single sign on, I'm all for it. So in addition to ThriveAcademy having the community first approach and having that capability to have multiple different online communities, something else that first of all, the main thing that I am excited about when it comes to ThriveAcademy is there is now video hosting. Listen, when I talk to my brand manager, if you guys don't know, I am a ThriveCart affiliate. And whenever I talk to my brand partner, I'm always telling him, like, listen, y'all need video hosting. Y'all need video hosting. If you got video hosting, I guarantee y'all can have more customers and make more money. So when I saw that they were bringing native video hosting to ThriveAcademy, I was like, okay, I'm sold. I'm in, and I can't wait to make a video about this. Because if you watch my other reviews about ThriveCart, you know that was one of the critiques that I had. So if you want to sign up for ThriveAcademy, I will have my affiliate link down in the comments below this video. If you want to know more about it, I am an operations manager. I can help you with migrating your stuff and all of that. So my information will be below the video, okay? Now, I'm excited about the video hosting. With the native video hosting, you no longer have to upload your videos somewhere else and then copy the link. You can upload your videos directly within ThriveAcademy. That is the thing that I am probably the most excited about. All right, here is what else is new when it comes to ThriveAcademy. And this is something else that I am really excited about. And this is the enhanced client experience and student interaction capability. So within the new platform, you have enhanced functionality to have multiple quizzes within your course curriculum, within your communities. You also have a lot of added gamification. You have a dedicated space for like Q&A or discussions. And you also have the capability to have like a leaderboard so that you can reward people for how they engage and interact within your community. And then not only that, you have the option to toggle on like a member directory and give your members the opportunity to be able to direct message you or other members within the community. And this is something that I think is really going to help shape online communities and help boost engagement within your community if you have communities and things like that. The next big change that you have inside of ThriveAcademy is going to be the AI assistance. Now, I'm not really huge on AI, so I probably won't really use this much, but you do have the capability to have the AI assistant that can help you when it comes to your actual course creation, developing your curriculum and stuff. But you could also use AI for community moderation. So if you want to filter out specific potential spam messages, or if you wanted to help you moderate your community, you can use the AI assistant to do that as well. And I want to make sure that I address the pricing in this video as well. If you have used ThriveCart or seen any ads about it, you know that one of the most appealing things about ThriveCart has been its lifetime, what I call a sweetheart deal, right? Where you could get access to the checkout platform and it was just a one-time fee, often for $4.95, and then you could get the upgrade to Learn Pro for additional lifetime one-time payment of $195, right? So with Thrive Academy, this is going to be changing. You don't have the lifetime deal, but they do have a 3-tiered pricing plan that's pretty much structured like any of the other LMSs, where the higher the price point, the more bells and whistles and features that you get added, right? But at the time of me making this video, the pricing for the basic tier for Thrive Academy is starting at $37 per month, which is crazy. We know most LMSs are charging well beyond 129, 139, 150, pretty much dang near $199, $200 a month if you to really get all the bells and whistles that you need for your community. And as of right now, if you are an early adopter of Thrive Academy, you are going to get the best deal starting at just $37 a month. I will put a pricing description up on the screen so you guys can see the different pricing tiers. If you're an existing Learn or Learn Plus customer, you can migrate and get some free months for switching as an early adopter. So I will put that information on my affiliate page. So if you want to sign up for Thrive Academy, click the link in the pinned comment below this video. And when you click that link, it'll take you over to a landing page that will have a tier by tier comparison of the different pricing options that you have. But then also, if you sign up for ThriveCart through my link, I do have some bonus resources for you. And if you're looking to hire a tech savvy person, systems integrator, to help you with your migration, I also have a exclusive discount for you as well. So that will be in the pinned comments. I do know that with Skool, they have the 2 options where you can get one community for $9 a month, I believe, and then you can have a more advanced featured heavy community for, I think, $99 a month. And even with this deal, the Thrive Academy deal is going to be 10 times better than what you have on Skool, because even with the $9 community on Skool, you have a limited number of students you have very basic functionality, and you're going to get to a point to where you're forced to upgrade to the $99 a month plan, right? And then even on Skool, you can only have one community. On Kajabi, you can only have one community. And with Thrive Academy, you can have multiple communities across your different courses and programs that you offer. All right, so last but not least, let's talk about who I think Thrive Academy is going to be for. So if you are an existing Learn or Learn Plus user, if you're happy with the setup that you have right now, you have very basic courses that you offer. The delivery is very simplistic, and you're not expecting to expand or scale in any capacity, then you can stay where you are, right? You can stay on Learn or Learn Plus. At this time, Learn isn't supposed to be going away. So if you have the lifetime deal, it's still supposed to be there. But if you know that you plan to scale and grow your courses, your online coaching programs, and you know you want to add communities, then I would say that you should make the switch to Thrive Academy. It is going to be well worth the investment. If you do, again, the new pricing tiers start as low as just $37 per month. If you are an existing Learn or Learn Plus user, you do get some free months with that, depending on what pricing tier you join at. So definitely take a look at it. It is probably going to be a good investment. And if you're going to switch, you know you want to grow and scale, it's best to be an early adopter of Thrive Academy. So what if you are not a current Learn or Learn Plus user? Let's say you have courses that are on Teachable, Kajabi, you have a community that's on Mighty Network, Circle, or any of those other platforms. Do I think that you should switch? Absolutely. Listen, all the time my clients are complaining about subscription fatigue, right? Every other month, every quarter, it seems like these other platforms are increasing their prices. And so you are paying probably subscription heavy. You have a lot of tech bloat because you're paying for all of these different tools. I know for me, I have a lot of clients whose setup is they have Kajabi is where they host their main courses, and then they also have a community, and the community is hosted on Circle. So that's already like $300-400 a month just for those two platforms, when you can get rid of having these two other apps that you have to integrate with, and then have one single platform for your checkouts. You have a platform to host your courses, and you also have a platform for your communities as well. And you can have multiple communities. And I'm going to keep saying that because, in my opinion, the video hosting and the ability to have multiple communities within one platform are the game changing futures that really makes Thrive Academy stand out from the rest. Okay. So there you have it, guys. That is my comparison between Learn and Thrive Academy. That is everything I think you need to know about Thrive Academy to know if it is for you or not. If you have any other questions, you could drop them down below in the comments below this video. Otherwise, as always, I just want to say thanks for stopping by my internet home. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.